Hello all, and welcome to my Let's Play of Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past! Hello everybody! I hope you enjoyed that intro, because that was fucking awful! How's everybody doing? I had a hard time picking this LP, because it was between this and Banjo-Tooie, and it was between doing this version, or the Super Nintendo version, or the Wii U Virtual Console version, or the Wii Virtual Console version, which was a hell of a decision. I just had a really hard time picking, and I ended up doing this on the Wii U, and there's a reason for me doing it on the Wii U besides the fact that it's in, like, quote-unquote HD, so, yeah, that will come into play quite a bit later, not actually that much later, because I have a plan. Shut up, all of you. Yeah, and I've never played this game and actually paid attention to the story, so I'm actually gonna watch this twice, and actually, no, I've already watched this, but I haven't actually read the story. There's something about, like, seven wise men that sealed away the golden power, the golden triangles, the golden triforks, or whatever the hell they call it in Wind Waker. And then, basically, people tried to wage war and get these, like, golden triumph forks. That's what it was. It was the triumph forks back for themselves, and then that war ended after they sealed it up. And now, there's this dude over here, who they're gonna pan to. Not the dead king there, I don't know why he's dead. Mysterious wizard noticed Agahnim came to Hyrule to release the seal. He eliminated the good king of Hyrule. Yes, he is very dead in that chair. Like, he has been dead for months. His flesh is all rotted away. That would smell so bad. Like, unbelievably bad. There would be, like, maggots crawling through his eyes. This is a really bad image to start an LP with. Through evil magic, he began to make descendants of the seven wise men vanish, one after another, Yeah, basically, if you've played A Link Between Worlds, this game straight up has the same storyline, except instead of Agahnim, you have Yuga. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Well, hello, cat. How did you get down here? I thought I banished you away, and the time of destiny for Princess Zelda is drawing near. Well, I guess we should probably try and go save her or something like that. That would be probably a wise decision. But yeah, I asked people to vote on what they wanted me to do for an LP, and as of the time that I've counted, 14-6, which is a lot of votes, by the way. I was surprised that I got that many, especially in, like, a few hours. Oh god, my cousin was playing this. Well, let's just erase that file, because fuck you, my cousin. That's so rude, but I don't really care. But yeah, I'm gonna do Kev Dog, because he imitated my name, and that's not cool, and I will cry, Evertim. But yeah, I was surprised I got that many votes, especially in, like, 2 hours, when I put the thing up at, like, 11, and I think it was before 11, actually. It was probably, like, 10:40, but whatever. It's, like, 1:15 in the afternoon right now, and, if you voted after that, I'm sorry, but your vote doesn't count. I was pretty sure that Banjo-Tooie wasn't gonna come back and take it, but I will do Banjo-Tooie eventually. And we're gonna start this adventure here. Go on. Help me. Please help me. I don't know why I have an old man's voice all of a sudden. I'm a prisoner of the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda, who for some reason just has this really weird old man voice. The wizard Agahnim has done ... something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain ... Agahnim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the seven wise men's seal ... I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me, for I am so dehydrated I sound like an old man. Kevdog, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. Thanks for letting me know where you're going, Uncle. Yeah, so, if you don't know, Link is actually an apple farmer in this game, which is quite odd. By the way, every time you wake up in your bed, there's 3 hearts over there. Come over here. You get first Temple of the Item. And you get the lamp, which is fucking awesome. That is great, because we totally need a lamp. It's the best item in the game. Oh my god, our first rupee! I've never been so happy. We should frame that and hang it on the wall. I need to make sure that I never have less than 1 rupee, because that would be tragic if I ever did. Because that would mean that I would have had to spend that 1 rupee, and I never want to spend that 1 rupee. I like to imagine it still stays at the bottom of your wallet and you just take out the money on top, so it's not like that thing that they do in grocery stores where they put the milk into the back, so that, like, you you get new, like, the oldest milk at the front. Oh, Uncle! Oh, Kev Dog, I don't want you to get involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. You can focus power in the blade, hold the B button, then release it using the secret technique handed down by our people. Kev Dog, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your sister. What? Darth Vader is my father. Oh my god. I just spoiled the entire plot of episode 5 of Star Wars for everyone. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I suck at this game. Don't expect me to be like a speedrunner, but I have watched a lot of speedruns of this game because I know NCS sort of speedruns this game. Peekall does speedrun this game. And there are lots of other people that do similar things with this game because it is sexy and they just want to touch it all night long. I was hoping that I could kill that man with a bush, but unfortunately not. So yeah, you will notice me sucking right off the bat. These soldiers, I swear to God, are like the hardest enemies in the game. And people who play this game now complain to shit about how hard it is to take out the freaking soldiers. Let me tell you, it's not that hard. It's just most games these days are so unbelievably easy that it's just ridiculous. You just sort of have to hit them from the side that their sword's not on, or else you'll clink their sword. And I mean, if you just mash the sword button like this, like you could just sit here and do for like forever, you're only gonna get a half a swipe. But if you like actually wait until your sword goes all the way across, that's a lot more effective because then you have like a more defined arc. That was my one complaint about this game, is the sword arc is sometimes a little bit off. Like, see, I hit him from the shield side, and logically that would not work, but it does in this. Now, I almost never look at the dungeon maps in this game. I don't think I have before. But yeah, you see dungeon map. You'll probably almost never see me looking at this because a lot of these dungeons are pretty straightforward. Like, they're not easy dungeons, and the bosses are usually pretty goddamn difficult. And as long as I don't die in this first one, I am gonna be okay, I think. Because once you get... Oh god. Jesus. Don't die. Don't you dare die in here. I will cry, and people will make fun of me forever, because I'm pretty sure I streamed this game one time, and I died in the first dungeon. Haha! I love the way that they fall off the edge. It's freaking hilarious in this game. It's so good. Like, that's one of those nice little details that Nintendo did, is like the slip off the edge, and like, oh my god! Jiranabunga! It's like... Oh, you don't see that in games these days. That's the shame. And this is probably going to be me complaining more so about modern video games than anything else, but, like, this game is just, like, this is the definition of, like, the Super Nintendo. I never had any Zelda games growing up, but this was actually the second Zelda game that I'd ever played. I think. Well, it's the second one I ever owned, because I got it on the Virtual Console on the Wii, right after I bought Twilight Princess. I think it was like a week after I got my Wii, I bought this game, or whenever it came out, I don't know. But my point is, this was one of the first Zelda games I ever played, and we got past the castle, but that was basically about it. We could not figure out where to go from there. Actually, you know what, I think we beat the first dungeon, and then after that, it was like a shit show. Now... The interesting thing in this game is pots do as much damage as your level 3 sword, and I completely fucking missed with that. That was great. But if you throw a pot at an enemy, it does like an absurd amount of damage compared to your sword, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't really know why they programmed that, but pots are just the most overpowered thing in this entire game. You got the key! Let's talk to Zelda. Thank you, Kev Dog. I had a feeling you were getting close. Kev Dog. Listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. This wizard is inhuman fiend with strong magic powers, you understand? Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know the secret path, but first we have to get to the first floor. Let's go! You get a purple rupee. You get a blue rupee right there. That's awesome. The highest rupee you can get in this game is red. After that, it'll just show a number next to a green rupee, which is kind of awkward. I don't know. I just like to think the chest is filled with green rupees, and then you have to lug around a bunch of green ones, which is a pain in the ass, but money is money. It's like having to lug around a bunch of pennies and then pay for, like, your grocery bill with a jar of pennies, and then the cashier looks at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Actually, I was in Tim Hortons yesterday, and it's funny that, I was super patient and super nice when the lineup was really long, but the guy behind me wasn't. So he got asked, like, do you want a bagel with your coffee? Do you want a cold drink with your coffee? Do you want a sandwich with your coffee? No, I just want my coffee. And then she asked him, do you want a gift card? Do you want to buy a gift card? You can buy some canned coffee for home. Do you want any of that? And he's just like, no, I just want to pay for my coffee with debit, please. And he was getting, like, super impatient. It was hilarious because she was just trolling the ever-living shit out of him. And apparently, my mom's a cashier at a grocery store, and she apparently does that too, where, like, if somebody's extremely impatient, she'll just, like, toy with them and, like, go really, really slowly. There's a secret passage in the throne room that leads to the sanctuary. I'm sure the old man there will help us. Yes, because there are no pedophiles in Hyrule. No, just none. Of course they're going to help you. I think Link is supposed to be somewhere in the age range of about 15 to 16 in this game. It's usually pretty ambiguous how old he is. That ornamental shelf, should open. Do you have a light? It's pitch black and covered in soot inside, and you can't see without one. If you're ready, let's go. Help me push it from the left. I don't know why, but this took me like an hour to figure out, even though she tells you to push it from the left. I'm pretty sure I just skipped over the dialogue. I've actually never, like, paid attention to the story in this game, which is mildly ridiculous. Yeah, I have a lantern, and I don't know how to use it, apparently. I've completely forgotten how to play this game. Okay, there we go. We have light. We are good to go. Now let's go downstairs. Further into the depths of the dungeon. I don't know how many floors this is. I think it's like still only 3. Kill all the snakes. Holy crap, that's a lot of snakes. A lot of the enemies down here will drop a lot of rupees, and that's why I want to kill a lot of them. Also, I've met a few people on YouTube that say rubies. I find that to be the weirdest thing, because, like, I know people who have said, like, oh, nobody ever calls them rupees because that's, like, harder to say. I'm like, I've never heard anybody say rubies before, and, like, that's just the most foreign thing to me. I think there's a bat that has the key, or maybe we're probably too... Oh, there's the key, never mind. I'm dumb. I'm super dumb, and I'm gonna lose a lot of health. But as soon as we get out of this dungeon, it's basically like fair game. After passing through these sewers, we'll be very close to the sanctuary. Be careful. Ew, your poo is in here. Like, this is under the castle, so I kind of assume that, like, only the castle's poo filters through here. So we're basically walking through a giant pile of Zelda and her servants' poo. Like, that, just think about that for a second, and I have terrible reaction time, so I screwed up for that. If there's one thing in video games I'd say that I'm terrible at, it's reaction time. And, like, all of my friends have told me that I have the worst reaction time possible for, like, video games. So that's why I suck at shooters like COD and stuff like that. And I'm better at, like, platformers where you have to, like, predict what, like, how to jump and stuff like that. I wouldn't say I'm great at platformers, but I'd say I'm better than most other types of games. See? Dropped a red rupee. Motherfucking just random-ass rat. Like, look at that. That's insane. But yeah, my friends all say that I suck at shooters, and they're pretty justified because I really, really suck at shooters. And I also suck at games like this because, like, I was gonna play on the Super Nintendo because I like the control stick a lot better, like, considerably better. I'm not gonna bother with those rupees because it's a waste of time, and I'm not speedrunning, but I don't care, and stuff like that. But yeah, like, I'm definitely a lot better at games where you have to, like, predict what's going on. But the control stick on the Super Nintendo is, like, infinitely better than the control pad is infinitely better than the one on the Wii Classic controller, which is what I'm using. Sanctuary is just beyond that door. Please pull the switch over there. And then she leaves it ambiguous. You have to pull the lever to open the door. Press A button and hold down the control pad. Okay, well, that's pretty obvious. The A button is like... Actually, I probably should explain the controls. So Y is like your temple of the item button. B is your sword. X is your map. And A is like... do an action, like pull on the wall, like, ugh, why am I doing this? Oh my god. And then, like, L and R don't really do anything. I don't think they do, at least. They probably have some use, but I just don't. I don't know. Princess Zelda, you're safe. This is your doing, Kevdog? Yes, it was Kevdog who rescued me and helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, once I finish with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open. Kevdog, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the witch's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, give me a glass of water. Okay, that's better. Destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can... I sense that mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he could tell you more. I'll mark his house on your map. Please watch your every move. I'm certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Oh, this is the sanctuary old man talking. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Don't worry. Seek the elder. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. And right here is the only heart container in any Zelda game that's in a treasure chest, which is like, what the fuck? I don't really know why they did that. Dude, using the control stick on this thing kicks ass, actually, because it's like the N64 one where it's got like the octadirectional thinger going on. But as odd as this sounds, I'm actually gonna grind for rupees in between videos, and next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, we are gonna go over yonder direction to Kakariko Village. That's a weird effect. To that big flashing red X that's actually really, really small on the screen. But I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys very much for watching, and have a wonderful tomorrow.